morning.
Good morning.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the Boston Breakthrough Academy you've spoken about.
Sure.
You said that it was a semester, like about a semester long.
Mhm.
And this Breakthrough Academy, was this for professionals? Was it for anyone?
It was for anyone. It was the premise was to become better human beings and improve on emotional intelligence. And so it was set up in 3 parts: discovery, breakthrough, and leadership. And leadership was by invitation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you had taken this, I think, did you start in January of 2020?
Yeah,
And Mr. Walsh was in the group with you.
that's correct.
And Anna Walsh had taken this very same program the semester before.
The semester before, correct.
You told us that during this program, Mr. Walsh was your buddy.
That's correct.
And when you say buddy, is this something that the program kind of establishes where they match you up?
That is correct.
Okay. And you had told you that Mr. Walsh sought you out.
That's correct.
And he sought you out because his wife was like, hey, this guy, Jem, this is who you should buddy with.
Objection.
Overruled. I was just saying that when Mr. Walsh came up to you that day, it was because Anna said, hey, Jem, go, I want you to buddy with Jem.
That's what she told me afterwards.
And at that point, you hadn't met Mr. Walsh before.
Oh, I had. We were in the same program. We were in the same class.
Oh,
The buddy system is introduced during the class after maybe hours or days or thereabouts. I can't remember exactly when it was introduced, but we had interactions. People spoke at times, and yeah,
Okay.
we were in the same room.
okay. Let me take a step back. You hadn't met his wife at that point.
I had not met Anna at that time. No,
And when you were in this group in January of 2020, you had been in real estate for quite some time.
that's correct.
And you've told us that that's something that Anna was interested in.
I found out later that she was, yes.
And Mr. Walsh also was interested in investing property.
We talked about investments mostly with Anna.
Okay, when you said we, you meant Mr. Walsh. and your-
Anna and I talked about investments mostly with her. She mostly about property investments came from her rather than from Brian.
And she was the one that told Brian to buddy up with you, a realtor, at this program.
That's correct, but that wasn't related to investments.
Okay.
Yeah.
You told us a little bit already, but at some point you did meet Anna.
I did.
And you met Anna through Mr. Walsh from being in that group with him.
That's correct.
Okay. And your experience with Brian in the group was that you became friends with him during that
That's
process. And this is someone that you respected as a colleague.
A colleague?
Mm-hmm.
In what manner? Brian was not a colleague of mine.
Well, you became friends with him.
That's correct.
And during this program, to you, he was an impactful person.
During the program
Mhm.
and thereafter?
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely.
And when you say impactful person, can you tell us what you mean by that?
Well, first of all, we got very close during the program. I got to meet his family
Mhm.
and Anna, the children, and we got close. We were very good friends.
Program. You had told us that he became a good friend.
That's correct.
Okay. And then can you tell us more about your experience with him in that program where you had described him as an impactful person?
Sure. It was clear that he was making an effort to show up, and it was the time of COVID, and we all had to pick, collectively, we had to pick as part of the program, a community service project, and Brian pushed hard for us to select everyone chipped in and made a case for different organizations, and this was a nonprofit organization out of Brookline called Loving Spoonfuls. And we ended up raising, well, about, I think, $80-some thousand, and Brian somehow also was able to, I believe, match those funds. So it ended up becoming $160,000, $170,000 that I recall. And we were told that, hundreds of thousands of people were fed as a result. And he was the top fundraiser.
At some point, you had told us that you did meet Brian's wife, Anna.
That's correct.
Where did you first meet her?
I recall having seen her at one of the graduations, mini graduations. It was, again, Discovery Breakthrough. I can't recall which one, but I was hearing about her because we had a mutual friend.
And as you got to know her more, I assumed that the three of you would have dinners together, meet for drinks. Tell me a little bit about how your relationship with all three of them would progress.
The three of us, meaning Anna, Brian, and myself?
Yes.
Well, initially, again, when after Anna started working for me, I remember spending at least one other New Year's with them in those 3 years. So that would have been 2 New Year's spent in 3 years with them. And we've met at their house, Marblehead and Cohasset, and we've socialized in many other ways. But Anna and I spoke practically every day. When she worked for me, she would sometimes come to my house in the South End and bring pastries, and we would strategize and talk. And we also had a team. We would meet with other team members, and sometimes, again, we were very close.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you described, Brian's family as, I think the words you used were you saw them as your own.
I did.
Okay. You had told us just now a time where you were living in the South End.
I was.
And at this time when Anna started working for you, were you married, unmarried?
Unmarried.
And you had told us that Anna, you were talking every day, right?
That's correct.
And you were talking at night and on the weekends as well?
As the job required, or as our friendship
And Anna
required.
would come to your home and bring food and spend time with you there.
That's correct.
And was that nighttime, weekends, days, whenever it warranted?
Days, usually. Yeah.
And when Anna was working for you, that you just described, he never complained to you about how much time you were spending with his wife?
Brian? No.
He never complained that you were texting her a lot or spending time with her?
No.
He supported her career with you.
He did.
He was proud of her.
To my recollection, yes, he was.
Am I correct that you and Anna hit it off quickly? It wasn't a slow burn. You really became instant friends with each other.
That's correct. She was very easy to warm up to.
Okay. And part of the reason is that you had similar backgrounds?
Yes, we did.
Okay. And you had already started telling us that at some point she started to work for you.
That's correct.
Okay. And that was in the summer of 2020?
That's correct.
And the director of operations is basically, she became your right hand.
She did.
So a director of operations might be taking care of your social media to arranging. Tell me, I guess, a little bit more. What was she doing for you on a regular basis?
Well, there was, she did everything. The director of operations is truly the right hand of someone who runs a business, and she did everything. She would bring me coffee. She took pride in bringing me coffee. A couple of times she dropped off my dry cleaners, which were tasks that were obviously not necessarily in her job description, but I do remember asking her, is there anything you wouldn't do? She came from hospitality, and she took pride. I mean, that's the way she was at our open houses. She would rush to open doors for people. She would give them real glass champagne. She would serve the glass. The way she came out, as I just explained moments ago, the way she came out of the house that night on December 31st to open the door for me, and she was an exceptional employee and friend.
And you valued her employ. She was valuable to you as a friend and an employee.
Very much so.
You relied on her.
Absolutely.
She never said no to you. She did what the job required.
That is not true.
Okay, so tell me about a time she said no to you or disagreed with you.
Well, we did have a disagreement in the fall of 2021. And there were times that she responded to me a couple of times with what I perceived to be passive aggression. And yeah, I actually reached out to a mutual friend and then another friend in leadership to seek some opinions as to how I could handle this.
And did you end up handling it by suspending her for a period of time that fall of 2021?
I told her that she should take a rest, she should stay at home, and that I would continue to pay her for as long as it took, but that she should take some time off because she was also working exceptionally hard, and that was taking a toll on her. She wanted to prove herself. She's like that. So I remember a client of ours actually.
I'm just going to stop you.
Yes.
When you, as you say, suspended or had her take some time off, you still loved her at that point as a friend.
Very much so.
You were still close with her.
Very much so.
It didn't end the personal relationship.
No, not at all. And it didn't end the professional relationship either.
And during that time, I think you talked about seeking counsel. You actually reached out to Mr. Walsh to talk to him about it specifically.
That's correct.
Because this was, obviously, Anna was important to you professionally.
And as a friend, yes.
And
both.
Personally.
Yes, absolutely.
And Brian was a close friend of yours.
That is correct.
And you wanted to talk to him and get counsel about how to best move past this.
Yes, we did. We met in the North End. We had a meal and talked about it.
At some point in November of 2021, just about 2 months after the incident you just described, Anna told you that she was thinking about taking a job somewhere else.
That's correct.
And your first response was that you were disappointed.
Yes.
You were sad about this.
I was.
Because in your mind, you guys were really going to partner up and continue to grow together.
Was the idea, yes.
And because you were upset and sad, Mr. and Mrs. Walsh actually had you over to their home to talk about this further.
That is correct.
To let you know that they cared about you and loved you.
That's correct.
And that this is what was best for Anna.
That's correct.
And what was best for the family.
That's correct.
And during this conversation, when Anna was telling, or they were both telling you about her new job, and you were sad about it, Brian said to you, buddy, you got to support her, right?
I do remember that. Yeah.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the job that she ended up taking. Am I correct that it was at Tishman Spire in Washington, D.C.?
That's correct.
And this was a big job.
That's correct.
I think you already told us how much she was making, but this was a big salary job, a big step for her.
That's correct.
And this was an opportunity for her, a growth opportunity.
Yes.
And that is something that you and her had talked about, growth and opportunity, right?
That's correct.
It was something important to you.
Absolutely.
And it was something important to Anna.
Absolutely.
And through your time in becoming friends with Mr. Walsh, it was important to him as well.
That's correct.
And they had small children.
That's correct.
Okay. And part of this transition was the family eventually moving to Washington, D.C.
That was the idea.
And this transition was not only for Anna's job, but Mr. Walsh's uncle was also moving to the DC, Virginia area at the time, so there'd be more family down there.
That's what I was told, and that his mother would also move.
So his mother, again, you just said it was also interested in moving to that area.
Yeah,
And Anna was going to go down first, and the plan was obviously to start establishing not just professional contacts, but personal contacts,
that's correct.
because they were going to bring their boys down there.
That's correct.
And you had told us that Anna was also interested in investing in real estate.
That's correct.
And at this point, am I correct that it is the fall of 2021, winter of 2022?
That's right.
Okay. And at this point, you had learned that Mr. Walshe had a pending federal case going on.
I had, yes.
And I want to talk to you just a little bit about your experience with the federal case, okay?
Mhm.
Because you had become close to both Mr. and Mrs. Walshe, you actually attended one or two of the hearings.
Did.
And you went to support Brian,
I did.
and you went also to support Anna,
That's correct.
because this was difficult for both of them.
It was.
And Mr. Walsh's mother was there,
That's correct.
and I believe there were other friends of Anna and
Yes.
Brian who had gone.
That is correct.
All right. And one of the hearings that you were going to, you were standing next to Anna,
I was sitting next to Anna.
and Anna's your friend, you told us, right?
That's correct.
She was your right hand at your business for a while.
That's correct.
And you're there in federal court with her for her husband's case.
That's correct.
And out of support, you reach over and you grab her hand to hold it,
That's correct.
because she's your friend and you love her.
Yes, that's correct.
And she clutched your hand back.
Yes, that's correct.
And
It was a very tense moment just before the judge's declaration, or
okay.
Yeah.
And so you were being a good friend.
I believe so.
Okay. And let me just switch gears for a moment. I think you've already kind of said it, but Mr. Walsh was never jealous of your relationship with Anna.
I don't believe so.
Well, you say I don't believe so. Anna never told you that Brian was uncomfortable or jealous of your relationship with her?
She never said that, no.
And Brian never came to you and complained about the long hours of the friendship with her?
She did not.
I'll see you at the side of the bench.
Near the aisle.
Okay. And you had a conversation with Anna about Diana's observations of you holding her hand that day at her husband's hearing. Right?
That's correct.
And Anna informed you that Diana was upset that you were holding her hand.
That's correct.
Sustained. The answer stricken.
Throughout the time, the 2020 through 2022, you had a chance again to spend a lot of time with Mr. and Mrs. Walshe.
That's correct.
And you talked to Anna a lot about her relationship and her marriage and being a mother.
Yeah.
And during those conversations and your observations, Anna told you that Brian wasn't the jealous type.
That's correct.
And at some point, while Anna was working for you, she confessed that she had a crush on you.
She said that, yeah, maybe. I don't recall specifically those words coming out. But
Would
yeah,
looking at a copy of your interview from January of 2023 help refresh your memory?
sure.
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
Page 53.
Counsel.
Oh, I might. I sent these to you guys. So I don't know if it's in-
Can Can I just see your face?
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Well,
Okay. I think I got it. Thank you.
just going to approach you. Is it fair to say that that's your name on that front page?
Yes.
And then I'm just going to have you look at that first page to yourself, just to recognize it's the beginning of your statement.
That's correct. Yeah.
And I'm just going to refer you, and you can just read to yourself and take as much time as you need,
Sure.
and just look up at me when you're done.
For sure. Yeah. From the top, from the
From the top
top of the page.
until the bottom, until,
Sure. So we actually started.
just
Read to
just
yourself.
read to yourself and look up when you're done.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. That's it.
Okay. Just going to come take that back. Does reviewing that portion of your statement refresh your memory as to whether Anna had told you that she had a crush on you?
I object to this line of questioning, Your Honor.
You can answer it. If it refreshes his memory, it
I,
does. If it
I
doesn't,
don't
it doesn't.
recall Anna telling me that she had a crush on me.
Okay. When you were working together and Anna was there, you had mentioned that you had other people working with you and for you.
That's correct.
And at some point, you developed a close relationship with another female coworker,
That's correct.
and I'm assuming it became romantic.
Objection.
Sustained.
So you don't have any memory of Anna Walsh telling you that at some point she was a little jealous of that coworker and had a crush on you?
Objection.
Sustained.
She developed feelings for you.
Objection.
Sustained.
Anna Walsh told you that she told her husband that she had a crush
I'll
on
see you at
you.
the side of the bench.
Yeah, well, y'all know they gotta do.
You had mentioned that when Anna stopped working for you, you guys still stayed in touch.
That's correct.
So it wasn't an everyday type of thing, but you would still talk and text.
That's correct.
And she started working in DC for Tishman Speyer in February or March of 2022.
Thereabouts, but there was some overlap when she was still taking care of business for me, because
Okay.
that's the kind of human being and employee she was.
And during the time that she was working both jobs, was she living in DC or was she still in Boston when she was doing that?
I believe she was coming and going from DC at that time.
Okay. And after she left and you would speak, would it be fair that she would also consult you about professional decisions, strategies, what to do?
We would talk about that. We would talk about things. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And you would also ask her for her advice?
Sure.
And this is a person that you would consider a confidant? A confidant?
A confidant, sure.
Okay.
Sure, absolutely.
And obviously, she was one of yours and you were one of hers.
That's correct. Often I've called her the sister I never had.
Okay,
One of the sisters I never had.
okay.
Yeah. She was an exceptional human being.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You had told us a little bit about a conversation on the 29th that you had with her.
Yes,
And you had said that being apart and going back and forth was hard on the family. It was hard on her.
that's what I recall.
Okay. And you had told us that in the winter of 2022, that Anna was making about $300,000 at her new job?
With bonus, that's what I was told. I didn't know about it at the time, but it came up in conversation that night
Okay,
on December 31st.
okay. And you also told us Mr. Walsh was making about 50 or 60 grand a year?
That's what I was told. That's what I remember.
And he also was interested in participating in investing in small businesses?
Correct.
On the phone call on the 29th, you had said that Anna invited you over for New Year's?
That's correct.
And I think you said that she knew you, that you would probably just be at home, not doing anything.
That is correct.
And on that phone call, she didn't say, let me check with Brian first.
I don't recall.
All right. Was Brian on the phone with her?
No.
Did she say,
Well,
I'll
I
call
don't know.
you back and confirm?
No, Brian was not on the phone with her. No,
And
absolutely.
this was to come to her home and spend time with her husband and their 3 children.
That's correct.
And I think you had said earlier today that you had spent another New Year's Eve with them.
That is correct.
Was that the one right preceding this one or another one?
I think it was 2 New Years before. So
Okay.
I think there was one in between where I did not spend the New Year's with them.
And that prior New Year's, was that out somewhere or was that at their
It was
home?
out. It was out at a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you had said that during this call, she was upbeat. Well, let me back up. You had called to tell her that she had just sold a property, right?
That's correct. The purpose of my call was to congratulate her on the fact that she was going to do this 1031 exchange program and reinvest and grow financially,
Okay.
but also to catch up with her, also to hear her voice and see how she's doing.
Okay. So let me just talk to you a little bit about the tax 1030 that you just described. She had owned a property in Revere
That's correct.
and you helped sell her. You helped sell it.
Well, yes, it technically, yes, my team did, but I wasn't directly involved in the sale. My teammate handled it all.
Okay.
So I wasn't privy to the day-to-day of the sale.
Okay.
And that's actually why I called her at the end. I said, well, geez, we accomplished something here.
Okay.
And
So let me just ask
Happy
you a
for
little
you.
bit more.
Yeah.
You explained that with this process, instead of taking the proceeds, you can just roll it right into another property.
that's correct.
What were the proceeds on the sale from this Revere house?
I do not remember.
Was it over 50? Was it $1 million roughly?
No, it was a smaller condo. It certainly
Okay.
wouldn't have been $1 million. No, it wasn't. It was several $100,000. Yeah.
Okay. And so instead of taking those proceeds on December 29th of 2022, the decision was made to roll it into another property.
That's correct. And she would have had 45 days to declare another property or another 2 or 3 properties, up to 3 properties, and would have 180 days to close on 1, 2, or 3 of them
Okay.
to satisfy the requirements of the program.
Okay. You mentioned a name on direct examination I'd like to talk to you a little bit about. You used the name Will or William Fasto.
That's correct.
And in 2022, you had known Will for about 20 years,
Thereabouts, yes.
and
Correct.
you guys were both in real estate, and that's how you met him?
That's correct. He was in real estate in Boston first and then DC.
Okay. And when Brian and Anna were looking to relocate to Washington, DC for her job, they wanted to buy a family home down there.
That's correct.
And you hooked both of them up with Will, the realtor.
That is correct.
And would it also be fair that it would be nice for Anna to have a personal and a friend down there going down to DC with no one else at the time?
That's correct.
And again, you had told us that she was looking into investing in more real estate as investment properties.
That's correct.
And during this process, Brian Walshe and Will Fasto really just had a professional relationship, no friendship.
I don't know what kind of relationship they had. I'm not privy to the details of their relationship.
Okay. But through your conversation.
You're talking about Brian Walshe, correct?
Yes.
Brian Walshe and Will Fasto.
Yes.
I'm not privy to the conversations they had or. Yeah.
Okay. But you knew that you had introduced both Mr. Walshe and Anna to Will for the purpose of finding a family home.
As far as I'm concerned, I had introduced the family, the Walshe family,
Thank you.
to Will Fasto.
Okay. And at some point, Anna told you that she had become good friends with Will Fasto.
That's correct.
And I think you told us a little bit about a phone call you had with her on December 29th.
That's correct.
Anna Walshe never told you that she was romantically involved with Will Fasto.
No,
She never told you that she was going to leave Mr. Walshe for Will Fasto.
no,
And she never told you that she had more than platonic feelings for Mr. Fasto.
not particularly, but she was, I mean, emotions are complex. I knew they had gotten close,
Okay.
but she never told me that she had a relationship with Will Fasto.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to return to her relationship
That I
with.
can recall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to return to Anna and Brian's relationship for a few minutes.
Sure.
You had told us that you spent time with them both together as a family,
That's correct.
and you also spent time with them individually without the other one.
That is correct.
And when you spent time with them together, you never really saw them argue.
Oh gosh, that blink rate.
I don't recall having seen them argue.
And they were a couple that you've described as in sync with each other.
I would say so, that I always thought that there was a lot of love between them and that she was very much in love with Brian. Yeah,
Sometimes each one would come to you individually if they had any disagreements with each other, though. You were their friend collectively and independently.
that's correct.
And sometimes Anna would confide in you,
That's correct.
and sometimes Brian would confide in you.
That's correct.
And you obviously would keep their confidences because you were their friend individually and collectively.
That is correct.
And as you told us that you introduced the family to Will Fasto. Yes?
Yes,
So Mr. Walshe knew that you were friends with Will Fasto.
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at no time did Brian Walshe ever pepper you with questions?
Objection.
Sustained.
I want to talk to you a little bit more about New Year's Eve. Earlier that day, did you exchange some text messages with Anna Walshe to confirm that you were coming over that night?
I did,
And you were looking forward to spending time over there,
very much so.
looking forward to hopefully seeing the kids,
Yes,
looking forward to seeing Anna,
yes,
and looking forward to seeing Brian.
that's correct.
And I think you told us that when you first arrived, that even as you're pulling in the driveway, Anna is running towards you, no coat on, and just throws herself in your arms.
That's correct.
And you were excited to see her.
Yes,
And she was obviously excited to see you.
yes,
And you said it was cold out.
yes,
And you guys were laughing as she's running towards you.
yes,
And then you walked in the house together.
that's correct.
And are you walking hand in hand and talking because you haven't seen each other in a while? Well, you said she ushered you into the house.
That's correct. She was receiving a guest into the house.
Okay. But was she excited to see you? Was she holding on to your arm?
She was very excited to see me. We gave each other a hug,
Okay.
and then we walked into the house.
And when you walked into the house, you went into the kitchen and Mr. Walsh was there.
That's correct.
And he embraced.
I don't remember whether Brian was at the door, was in the kitchen.
Okay.
He was there. Yeah,
Okay. And when you saw him, he embraced you in the house.
absolutely.
And it was just the three of you.
Initially, yes.
Could I trouble you to please bring up exhibit number 3? And is this correct, as I'm showing everyone exhibit number 3, that this was the Walsh family kitchen in Cohasset on December 31st?
Yes,
And we see some stools at the kitchen table. You and Anna were sitting next to each other?
that's correct.
And am I correct that Mr. Walsh was cooking for everyone?
That's correct.
And so the stove and oven is to the right there of the table?
Yes,
Okay. And when you first got there, the kids were asleep?
that's correct.
Okay. And when you first got there, Mr. Walsh is cooking food?
Yes. Preparing, yeah, cooking, yeah.
No, I don't want to cut you off.
Sure, preparing, cooking, yeah,
And Anna and Brian are getting you some champagne,
that's correct.
and everyone's toasting to the new year.
Yes,
Okay. And I think you've already said this, but the atmosphere was jovial.
that's correct.
Hope for the upcoming year.
That's true.
There were discussions how 2022 had been a little difficult for all 3 of you.
That's true.
And it was great to be together because you made it. And now you're looking into a new year with new hope and new possibilities.
That's correct.
The champagne bottle that all 3 of you signed, that was the spirit that new year, so happy to be together, aren't we lucky?
Yes,
And as you're sitting at that kitchen table, you're having conversations about investment properties.
we were.
You're having conversations about book reviews and what books everyone should read.
Yes,
And you told us that Anna is texting people. You said it's New Year's Eve, so she's getting texts, she's sending texts.
yes,
And as you're sitting at that table, she's snapping pictures with just the 2 of you.
meaning just the 2 of us, meaning Anna and I. I do recall, I have received a photo of the 3 of us with Anna and their oldest son,
Okay, but.
a selfie, yeah.
Sure, no, I don't mean to cut you off, but during that night, she has her phone out, she's taking pictures of just the 2 of you, just Anna and Jem to memorialize the night. It's a celebration.
Oh, it's the 2, oh, I see. Well, the 2 of us and Brian,
All 3 of you together.
all 3 of us together, correct.
Okay. And in that picture, you're smiling, you're embracing each other.
Yes,
And Brian's preparing food and he's serving you all the food he's making, the different dishes, right?
yes,
And he's serving it to his wife, Anna.
yes,
And they're talking to each other during the night.
yes, they are.
And they're laughing with each other during the night.
Yes,
And they're taking pictures with each other during the night.
I don't know if they were taking pictures with each other during the night. I don't recall.
But there was the picture of the 3 of you embracing and smiling.
That's the 3 of us with Brian?
I'm
Wait, was that what you're asking? Was there a picture of Anna, Brian, and myself that night? I don't recall. I recall one picture, and that's with Anna and their oldest son. That was Tom.
Okay.
Correct.
I want to talk to you a little bit more about the conversations that you were having that night.
Sure.
At some point, Anna showed you a new ring that she had. It was a diamond ring,
That is correct.
and it was quite large.
They said it was a valuable ring. Yeah.
And I believe Anna told you that it was worth several $100,000.
Objection.
Yours, I think it'd be a nice time for you to take your morning break.
Jurors exiting, all rise. Jurors, please leave your notebooks in the chairs. Watch your step. Stand up, please, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
Let's start down.
Keep your voice up for me, please. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Just going to pick up a little bit where we left off. During the night that you were describing, at one point, Anna was showing you her ring,
Yes,
and she was happy about it.
that's
And
correct.
she was telling you that Brian had got her this ring,
That's correct.
and he was smiling.
Yes,
And you told us that during the night, because it's New Year's Eve, Anna's texting people and she's getting text messages while you guys are in that kitchen.
that's correct.
Could I please have Exhibit 3 again? Thank you. And during the time that you were there, am I correct that it was about 5 hours you spent that night? I think you said 8:30 to 1:30?
Roughly 4 to 5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you weren't drunk, right?
No.
They weren't drunk?
No.
The champagne was free flowing, so to speak, but everyone was just happy and tipsy.
Yeah.
And during the night, there are, you had mentioned there was food being served, conversations about the future, and Anna was getting text messages from people, and she was sending text messages to people.
That's correct.
And while you're sitting in that kitchen, the three of you, at some point, she says, let's send a picture to Will.
I believe that's what she said. I'm not 100% sure. I believe that's what she said. Yeah. Yeah.
And after that, you stayed for quite a bit after that.
Again, I don't remember at what part of the evening that, oh, actually, I do, because I would have, because this would have been exactly when their oldest son, was awake. So it would have been towards the beginning. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you stayed for several hours after that, right?
That's correct.
And during the night, everyone continued to be jovial, I believe you described,
That's correct.
drinking champagne,
That's right.
laughing with each other.
That's correct.
And I think you had told us on direct that at some point, Brian had told you that he had lost his phone,
That he had misplaced his phone.
misplaced his phone. And I think you had said that he told you it was liberating not to have it.
That's correct.
And he was kind of laughing about how free it felt not to be on a cell phone.
That was the gist of it. Correct.
At some point on January 4th, you had a conversation with Brian over the phone?
Was that a Wednesday? If
I
it
don't
is-
have a calendar out, but I think you had said, I appreciate everyone quickly moving.
So the first was a Sunday.
2, 3, 4.
Because yes, on Wednesday I did. Yes. Yes, I received a call from Brian.
And on that call, you had just seen them at about 1:30 on New Year's Eve, so about not even 4 days before.
That's correct.
And he had told you that he hadn't spoken to her in several days and that she was missing.
That's correct.
And I think you told us on direct that you were in shock. It didn't make sense to you,
That's correct.
that you were just with them.
That's correct.
And you said to Brian, did you guys have an argument? Did you have a disagreement, right?
I did.
And you asked him that repeatedly.
I don't know if I asked him that repeatedly. I did ask him that question.
And he said to you, no, like, did it look like we had an argument? You were there.
That's correct.
Because it didn't make sense to you that they hadn't spoken in days, right?
That's correct. And it also didn't make sense to me that she would leave shortly after I left. There was, yeah,
And so given that, it didn't make sense to you. You were there until 1:30. They weren't arguing.
they weren't arguing. No,
You said the night was joyful.
that's correct.
They were happy.
That's correct.
And from everything you saw and what you've told us, they were in love.
Well, they were happy is a loaded statement, I
Well,
think.
let me-
I mean, they seemed
okay.
happy that night, but people are complex. So I want to make sure that I answer that question truthfully.
No, I appreciate that.
So-
Let me ask you this.
I did know a couple days in advance that
So let me
she,
just stop you
yeah,
for a minute.
thank you,
okay?
sure.
You've been a realtor for 23 years,
25 years now.
25 years. So you're a salesperson, right? In a sense, one of the aspects of your job is to sell properties, right?
That's correct.
And would you say that one of your greatest assets is to be able to read people?
That's true.
Understand
To listen,
people?
to understand, yes,
And I think you just said people are complex.
that's correct.
And so you in your professional job, part of it is to kind of be able to understand those complexities,
Yes,
to see if someone is maybe putting on a brave face or holding back, right?
sure.
And you had known Anna and Brian Walsh as a married couple for almost 3 years at that point, right?
That's correct.
And you have spent time with them together.
Mhm.
You said that their family was like your family, right?
Sure.
And you had spent time with Brian by himself.
I hadn't seen Brian in months at that
Okay.
point.
But
And
you-
I hadn't also only seen Anna physically. I hadn't seen Anna physically in months.
Okay, but in the past, in those times that you have described them as family, as close friends, you had spent time with Brian Walsh, just one-on-one.
Yes, I had.
You had spent time with Anna, just one-on-one.
That's correct.
She worked for you, and you described that you would be in touch all day, every day when she was working for you, right?
I can't say it was every single day, but
Okay,
it
well,
was,
she brought pastries to your home in the South End,
sure,
right?
sure. Yeah.
And you told us that she was your confidant and you were hers, right?
That's correct.
You went through an intense program with Mr. Walsh, right?
That's correct.
And you spent 5 hours with them on New Year's Eve on December 31st of 2022, right?
That's correct.
And you described the night as joyful,
Jovial.
jovial, as full of hope. And on
I-
your
I'm not
words
sure-
earlier before the break, that everyone was hopeful and looking towards the new year.
I'm not sure that I would describe it as hopeful for the new year specifically. If you had to ask me specifically as to what the mood was, whether she was, because I had heard a couple days prior,
I'm gonna stop you.
sure.
You all signed the champagne bottle, right? You had a good-
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And that's where the complexity comes into play. I cannot know what was going on in their hearts and minds. Yeah. Of course, thank you.
No, I understand that
course,
I'm
yeah.
talking about those complexities.
Sure.
You said that everyone was laughing that night together, right?
Yeah, there was a good mood that night.
Good mood that
Yeah.
night. You never saw them argue, right?
I did not.
You said at one point that you saw them talking and laughing with each other, right?
Sure. Yes, I did.
And at one point, Thomas came downstairs and they didn't shoo him back up to bed. It was happy to have their son together with you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And when Brian was cooking for you, he was even putting a Turkish flair on some of the foods to
That's-
specifically for you, right?
That's correct. I remember him saying that. Yeah.
And at 1:30 when you left, they weren't even telling you to leave. You just realized it was late and you should go.
That is also correct.
And so when you heard that Brian was telling you that he hadn't spoken to his wife in 3 days, that did not make sense to you.
It did not.
Because when you left at 1:30 in the morning, it was a joyful, happy occasion. I'm using your words. It was a joyful, happy occasion on New Year's Eve of January 31st, 2022.
I didn't understand how Anna could be missing and how we did not know about this since the first of the year. It had been 3 days.
So when you.
And our community had not been,
31st,
correct, we had not known about this for 3 days. I did not understand.
Okay,
And the tone of voice was not panicked.
so let me just ask you my question again.
Yes,
Let me
thank you.
know if I'm not phrasing it right.
Please.
when you left the house
Yes,
of your good friends
yes,
on January 31st of 20, or excuse me, January 1st now at 1:30 in the morning,
yes,
the mood was joyful and happy.
yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Redirect.
I think I'll be brief, Your Honor. Sir, you said you had heard a couple days prior. Had you heard from Anna a couple days prior? When you were saying about people being complex?
Your Honor, I apologize. I could be just losing my hearing. I can't hear Mr. Connor.
Sorry, and I'm talking into my shoulder, so that's my fault. Sir, when you were saying people are complex and you had heard a couple days prior, are you referring to your conversation with Anna a couple days prior?
Yes, I was. I am.
What is it that you heard in your conversation a couple days prior that makes you say that people are complex?
That they had marital problems.
Objection, move to strike the characterization.
All right, and I'm going to remind you, sir, I'm going to strike the marital problems, the characterization, but you can, without characterizing, you can discuss what you recall her saying, even if you don't remember the exact
Sure.
words.
I
Why don't
recall.
we state the question again?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Understanding what Her Honor said as far as what Anna was saying,
Sure.
what is it that you heard in that conversation that you just said that people are complex?
Well, if I may I explain?
I think you can't, sir. I think you have to stay with just what Anna said to you.
Sure.
When you state what Anna said to you. If you can't, that's okay. But if you can state what Anna said to you, that's my question.
On the 29th,
Yes.
when we had that phone conversation,
Yes, sir.
she told me that there were cracks in the relationships. And I don't know which words. She may have used precisely those words. She may have used other words.
Please seen sidebar objection, and I'm going to move to strike that testimony.
I'll hear you at the sidebar before I make any ruling on that.
Good at hiding things. So what if they had a good evening? Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything now that we know in hindsight, because considering even though they had a good evening, he didn't care the next day with sitting there and actually
Let's try that question
her
again.
up.
So, sir, and I know it's been 3 years.
It has been.
To the best of your recollection, what I'm asking you is on that December 29th conversation, to the best of your recollection, what did Anna Walsh say to you that led you to say that people are complex?
Okay. The complexity I'm referring to is the fact that on the 29th,
Okay?
yes, she gave me information. I cannot recall the exact words. She gave me information that she was having problems in her marriage with Brian.
Objection, Your Honor, move to strike.
To the best of your recollection, what did she say?
Well, again, it's been 3 years, Your Honor.
If you
that-
have a
that-
recollection, you do, and if you don't, sir, that's fine too.
I remember what was discussed at the conversation. I just don't remember the exact words. I did give my testimony when it was very fresh.
Uh,
And I know we're
Yeah,
all
I understand. Sure.
jumping in the middle.
Sure.
And sir, it's just because we want to make sure we get it right.
Okay.
The judge sick of it.
So, you had the conversation with Anna on the 29th.
That's correct.
Do you remember what she said? If you don't, you don't. It's okay. Do you remember what she said that makes you think that people are complex?
Well, it's not what she said that night that makes me think that people are complex. I know people are
Your Honor, move to
complex.
strike. May
All
we
right, I'll
please
strike the
sidebar?
end, redirect the witness to the time frame.
All right, so just on December 29th.
Yeah.
What did she say to you as far as your concerns about her being,
I don't recall the exact words.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Any recross?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mutlu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Just thank you. Good grief. Like, we got to keep redirecting you. You keep want to say what you want to say.